this video, we're going to do a mini sort of energy clearing somatic session on lost loves. So this is going to help you if you have someone you're still thinking about, maybe from a long time ago, maybe somebody recently that you broke up with, or maybe somebody you're even still with that's not right, you need to let go of. We're going to do just an overall kind of general clearing and releasing. But before we get started, my name's Adam. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've never been here, welcome back. If you do like this, if this benefits you, you can sign up for my newsletter below. I do some group sessions intermittently here and there. They'll increase more as time goes on. And you can also check out any further one-on-one work. There's a few spots left in my coaching program if you want it, but there's no pressure about that. Okay, so just letting you know. Anyway, what I'm going to ask you to do is to be seated if possible. And the first thing we're going to do is just a quick vagus nerve release exercise. So when you release the vagus nerve, it brings you more into your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms your body down, starts to regulate it, helps you kind of feel the sensations because, you know, as a lot of people are now becoming aware of, everything that we do is stored in our body. And in order to really be able to release, we have to calm down a little bit. So what you're going to do is take your fingers, interlock them like this, put them behind your head, and then keep your head forward and twist your eyes to the left with your head staying forward. And you're going to do this until you naturally just yawn, swallow, or sigh. And if you don't have that reaction, that's okay. Then we'll just do it for about 30 seconds. And then I'll just give you a little bit more time. Just keep kind of pulling your eyes to the left. You don't want it to hurt, but you do want to stretch them a little, and then you'll have that reaction. And if not, then that's been about enough time. Okay. And then you're going to bring your eyes back to center real briefly, and then you're going to do the same thing to the right. Just keep twisting your eyes to the right until you yawn, swallow, or sigh. It happens for me pretty quickly just because I've been doing this for so long. Again, if you don't have that reaction, it's okay. Even just doing it for about 30 seconds, both sides will it'll start to release a little bit, and it'll start to kind of prep your body to begin to release it. And if you do that every day, it'll start to happen. So whenever that finishes, you know, you can come back and watch the video, but I'm going to start talking now. So what happens when you do that is you calm down. You should feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm. You want to look for, anytime you start doing these release exercises, any kind of tingling in your body. You may not have that, but this is just a quick tip. Like, always look for, when you start to feel sensations in your body, for a tingling, because a tingling is the parasympathetic releasing and discharging the energy in the nervous system that's been stuck from all the traumas and things we've been through. Okay. So now, since this is just going to be a quick YouTube video, we're not going to do a full session here, but I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes and just start to notice what's going on in your body. Just start to notice the sensations in your body. And it's good to start with kind of sensing your feet on the floor. Just kind of let them touch the floor. Just notice them touching the floor and just what the sensation of that is like. A lot of times we kind of don't even notice our feet because we're so ungrounded, because we literally pull ourselves energetically out of our bodies from trauma. Just see if you can notice your feet on the floor, and then just notice any other parts of your body that feel relaxed. Could be your hands, could be your arms, your shoulders. You may not have any places, that's okay. Really just notice the sensations anywhere you feel them. Notice the support of the chair that you're sitting on. This brings you into the felt sense, which helps you release more. It also helps you get into your subconscious to clear these patterns that we're going to work on now in a minute. Okay, we're not going to spend too much more time here for today just because it's going to be a brief session. But now what I want you to do, is you're just starting to sense your body a little bit, is bring to mind whomever, whatever, lost love or person you're still holding on to, and see if you can sense what you feel in your body when you do this. You may feel like a pain in your heart or a constriction in your body, and just notice that. Just notice it. You don't need to do anything with it. Just when you think about this person, just kind of see the reaction that you have. And now we're going to call in your higher self, your spirit guides, your subconscious mind, whatever it is that you believe in. It's all kind of connected. Whatever you believe is greater than yourself. And we all have a subconscious mind that is far more aware of than what our conscious mind is aware of. And we're just going to give it permission. You're just going to give that permission for your highest good. Always for your highest good, and for the highest good of all is always the intention you want to have anytime you do any of this work. For the highest good of all, and to release whatever is needed to release today. So just kind of bring to mind that person, and now give permission to release any energetic cords or bits of energy, of their energy, that you're still holding on to. A lot of times other people's energy, when we entangle or intertwine, can get stuck in our bodies, believe it or not. And we do form these psychic cords. We have these deep interconnections with people. And when we separate physically, we don't necessarily separate energetically, and so we're still linked. So you're just going to give permission for any of these links that are non-beneficial, only the non-beneficial links, to be cut, passed over to the light, to the other side, spirit realm, whatever, and to be brought into harmony and balance, along with releasing any of the energy that you're carrying of theirs in your body. And just notice what happens. Just notice if you feel anything moving, if you feel anything stuck, if you feel any tension, if you're resistant to it. Just notice that. There's no right or wrong. But just know that as you do this is how you're going to move on. Now, a lot of times if something's over with somebody, you want to see it as over. You don't want to well, maybe they'll come back, maybe they'll come back, maybe they'll come back. I know there's infinite scenarios for different people. Sometimes people do, but regardless, you want to let go. You want to let it go first. And you want to release any of the old non-beneficial dynamics. And a lot of times they don't, but when we actually let go of what we're holding on to is when we create the space either to call in someone else, the next best person or a better person, or to spend some time with ourselves for a while so that then the next best person can come in. So either way, though, the solution is to let go. So just give permission for it all to come up. And if you feel it stuck in your body, you can kind of push your feet on the floor. You can push your hands on your legs. You can push your hands. I don't know who's watching me. Your eyes should be closed, but I'm holding my hands up. You can push your hands on a desk and just kind of push the energy out. Intend to release any of the energy in your body and feel yourself just kind of pushing it out of your nervous system. And just notice what happens. You can if you see things, you can visualize it going out the top of your head. If you don't, some people don't see things like I do now. I didn't used to, but my strongest senses are feeling and knowing. If you can feel it, you can know it, you can hear it. Everyone has different abilities in different levels. Whatever your senses are, just notice and intend to release. Good. We're just going to give that a minute. And then that feels about good for this. And you can also, any other patterns or stories or beliefs that you kind of either inherited from this dynamic or that drew in the dynamic if it wasn't healthy, because it depends on the situation. Give permission for those to come up and release. You know, you can state what they are. Like if you felt you weren't good enough, so you drew in someone who didn't treat you very well, it's okay. It's actually good to call out the belief, like I'm not good enough. If that's what you feel in your body, you're not saying you're not good enough. It's not that you're not good enough, but that's what you believe in the moment. And when you call it out, it takes the power out of it. And then it dissolves and it neutralizes. And then you can bring in the next positive belief. But if you try to bring in a positive belief over a negative one, sometimes they clash. So any beliefs that come up about yourself, you can state them out loud, or you can just, after this is done, kind of write them down and write about them. And we're going to just ask for those to be neutralized, any non-beneficial beliefs, and released. And now we're going to ask to have any pieces of your energy brought back to you from this person, healed, purified, and transformed and reintegrated at the proper place, space, and time through the power of love and light. So we tend to exchange energy in dynamics, all dynamics, but especially like, you know, intricate romantic ones. And you want to get now the pieces of your own energy that are not with you. A lot of times when we long for someone, I'm not saying we don't love them and want to be with them, but a lot of times they'll have pieces of our energy, and what we're really longing for is the parts of ourself that we sort of lost or gave away or whatever. So just give permission for your higher self, your subconscious mind, whatever, to bring these pieces back. Notice what happens in your body. Notice if you feel any movement. You might feel tingling, you might feel pulsation, you might not feel any of that. That's okay. If you do, it's good. And just sort of give yourself permission to come back into alignment. And we're going to ask for what was the lesson, or what are the lessons that you are wanting to learn from this person and this dynamic in order to move on to something better, whatever the better is. And it may come to you right now. It may pop into your awareness 3 days from now in the shower. It's something good to just start journaling about. But just give permission, because when we learn something from a dynamic, positive or negative, it brings us to like a completion and a resolution. When we're still like in pain and trauma and we don't choose to learn anything from it, we can get stuck. So there's no right or wrong answer, but it may have been strengthening boundaries. It may have been learning to love yourself more. It may be, you know, divine timing. It may be that things don't last forever, that there are really good relationships, but then people move on, and that it's okay, and that there are other people out there. Like there's a million different things. It's whatever your intuition or higher self, you know, gives you. But just ask what those lessons are. And now just notice any places in your body that feel calm, feel relaxed. Notice the support of the chair, your feet on the floor, and we're going to ask to align you with the next best step in your life, which could be some time to yourself, it could be another partner, it could be friendship, it could be a job, whatever is the next really positive step that you're ready for. We're just going to ask your higher self to align you with that. You don't need to know what it is. Just trust that you will be. And just give that a second. Let that just kind of align. Notice yourself coming into harmony and balance. Notice any other places in your body that feel relaxed or good or positive. See yourself just for a moment as the person that you really want to be, and what would that feel like? And yeah, that's good. It is done. It's done. It's done. Feel free to do this again. Again, if you want to get on the newsletter or reach out about any other work, feel free to. There's no pressure. Please do let me know what you think in the comment section below. I always love to hear from everybody. Other than that, thank you very much, and I look forward to next